From the Detroit Free Press, it's Tuesday. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
For the Detroit Free Press, this is Joe Guillen. A rarely used investigative tactic is at the heart of the Flint water case against former Governor Rick Snyder. Known as a one-person grand jury, the process is cloaked in secrecy. It involves the appointment of a single judge to review evidence behind closed doors and decide whether charges should be brought. More commonly used in the mid-20th century, the process now is under attack in one of the most high-profile political cases in years, the prosecution of Snyder and 8 others for their roles in the Flint water crisis. Defense attorneys have requested a pretrial hearing to learn more about the evidence used in the case. The Genesee County judge considering the request has yet to make a decision. To learn more about the process and why it's so controversial, visit freep.com.
This is J.C. Reindl for the Detroit Free Press. The Upper Peninsula cottage market is seeing a surge of interest this year, and prices are way up. Agents say many of these cottage buyers are from out of state and want to come to the UP to escape city or suburban life. Most of them plan to use their new cottages as much during the winters as the summers, which isn't always the case downstate in Traverse City or Petoskey. Overall, UP cottage prices are up about 20% compared to before COVID in 2019. COVID last year resulted in similar big price increases in Michigan's traditional vacation home places. That dynamic has finally made its way up to the UP.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Eric D. Lawrence. If you're thinking about buying or leasing a new vehicle, dealers have a message for you. Plan ahead. In fact, Katie Bowman-Coleman of Bowman Chevrolet near Clarkston is advising drivers to get in touch at least 6 months from when they need a new car. That's how long it might take to get the specific vehicle a driver wants. The reason? The global semiconductor chip shortage is putting a crimp in vehicle supplies at a time of high demand. The tiny chip has been in short supply for many months, and it's used for all kinds of consumer electronics and key vehicle features. The situation is pushing up prices on new and used cars and prompting dealers to work overtime to find vehicles for their lots. For instance, one Metro Detroit dealer is taking on 12 to 18 months of lease payments if customers want out. The bright spot for consumers is that the trade-ins are likely worth more than they might otherwise be. If you don't have the time to wait until your perfect ride becomes available, dealers say flexibility in terms of color, features, and even model is a virtue.
Dave Burkett here, along with Carlos Monarez, back for the spring, Carlos. Before Memorial Day weekend, we got our first real glimpse of the Lions under Dan Campbell today. Got a little mini taste of it, rookie mini camp a couple weeks ago. But the Lions had an open OTA practice, their third one of the spring. But first, I guess it's sort of big news. Not that anything is super big news here in the spring, but Jelani Tavai lost 17 pounds. He's no longer the 270-pound linebacker. 270, first of all, right? 270 pounds he played at last year. Wow. He's no longer a 270-pound linebacker. Now he's like 250, 247. So are you buying what the Lions are selling that Jelani Tavai can be a factor for them this fall?
The jury's out, and he hasn't looked great in the first 2 seasons that he's played. He was definitely overdrafted, a second-round pick. But someone asked him today in the Zoom call about what did you think of your first 2 seasons? And, very indicative. You asked him, the great Dave Burkett, of course, great. Kudos to you. And he's like, I don't want to look back. And anytime a player doesn't want to look back, that they're not happy with the performance. But he started getting into the whole, I was used in different ways. And that's always kind of a backdoor way of saying, I wasn't really playing in my preferred position, right?
Yeah.
Going back to Kyle Van Noy, world time and all that. So, I guess the opposite of that is he feels he is being used in the right position.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.